So there's a video of Boris Yeltsin, I think. Was it? Yes. This is in the UK. Let me make sure I got the names right.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson, whatever. Boris something.
Because Scotland didn't vote for Brexit.
Oh my goodness. So Boris Johnson, Boris Yeltsin, same difference. Anyway, there was a female police officer that passed out. Like, there were police standing behind him during a speech, and one of the female police officers passed out. This happened all the time in the military. You stand at attention for like an hour, and then like people would just fall over. They tell you, don't lock your knees. Don't lock your knees. Because if you lock your knees, I'm not really sure how the mechanics work, but if you lock your knees while you're staying at attention for too long, you will pass out. So you have to make sure you keep your knees bent. She didn't. She passed out. And they're blaming him. Except this is the wrong article. So this is saying man cycles into river doing fucking the BBC changed the article on me to some random shit about a guy bicycling into a river. So I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Fucking the Evening Standard, I guess, changed the article on me while I had the tab open. So this is supposed to be an article about a female police officer passing out, and they were blaming the guy, saying he should have stopped everything and what taken care of because it's a woman. Like, but when politicians are ever giving a speech, and like, look it up on YouTube. There's all kinds of footage of soldiers passing out during a speech. No one cares. There's no like, oh my God, is he okay? No one cares because it's a guy. But oh my God, a female police officer passed out, which happens all the time, and they're blaming him for it. So it's just blame the nearest man because she locked her knees. I guarantee they told her don't lock your knees, and she did anyway. And that's why she passed out. But it's a man's fault. And these are police officers. Actually, before we move on, I know the article isn't even on the screen, so I don't even know what the fuck's going on. But me and Halsey, we were talking earlier about how they're talking about making women generals, female police officers, and originally, I'm gonna admit I was wrong. I'm gonna change my opinion. So for a long time, I've talked about how female soldiers are a bad idea. Female police officers are a bad idea. They're basically ammo pickups. I have that video of the one guy fighting off 3 female police officers from a prone position, just lifting 3 women off of him and fighting them off. It's pretty hilarious. So most people, and I was like this too, I was like, this is bad. We should not have women police officers. We should not have women soldiers. Now I'm going to admit I was wrong. All our police officers should be women, and all our soldiers should be women. I want 100% female soldiers, 100% female police officers. I want only women. So when they eventually ban guns and come for me and come for you and come for us all, I want the entire police force and military to be exclusively women. So I apologize. I take back everything I said. We need more women in the police, more women in the military. Diversity is our strength. Diversity, come on, say it with me. Diversity is our strength. We need to get more women in the police and the military. So when the inevitable happens, it's going to be that much easier. It'll basically be it'll be so easy. Like I can't even. It's going to be like the training level in an FPS.
Yeah, it's easy to see how much more black pill you become now compared to before. Before we need enough female to survive the demographic, but the cost is a lot. Save as many as you can for now.
Well, most of them will surrender pretty quickly. Once they see the men fighting back, they're like, oh my God, they're not supposed to fight back. I surrender. But
Right. Of course, you're now wishing for them to actually fall in war combat. And I remember, they'll pretty much surrender. Most of them surrender quickly. Recently, there was a shooter that, I forgot where, that young man just grabbed that female deputy officer's gun and started shooting, and she just ran.
Oh, yeah, no, it happens all the time. Yeah, there was a recent article where a guy fought a female police officer and took her gun away. Now, and then other police had to shoot him after he fought her off and shot her and took her gun. Like, that doesn't happen with guys. When's the last time you heard of someone fighting a cop and taking his gun and successfully getting away? Like, it just doesn't happen.
If you studied Trump, you know he wasn't really a small government conservative, but he showed us one thing. Money is power and fame is free advertising. The left played the Machiavelli game, so we'll just have to top them. Diversity is our strength.
There you go. See, that's the thing. Like, and also, like, they've done studies. In fact, Israel, you might be familiar with this, Halsey. I haven't found a source for this, but they did an experiment where they made like an all-female like division. They were going to be like they were the best of the best. They sent them out to combat, and then half of them threw their guns down and cowered, and they all got like instant PTSD, and then they scrapped the whole program.
I'm pretty sure I'm the one who told you that.
Okay,
that happened while I was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think I put it at the time. But the one who threw her gun down, the first one, they found her hiding behind a rock crying in the middle of an active combat zone.
Right. No, I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine the government they've declared, like martial law, all rights suspended. They're going door to door, taking people's guns, imprisoning them, throwing them in cattle cars. Now I want you to imagine that same scenario, but all the police and military are women. Totally different outcome. Totally different outcome. That's called snatching victory. That's called the 11th hour victory right there. We totally turned this motherfucker around. At the last minute, when all hope seems lost, we will tell legends about how this small ragtag group just fucking curb stomped the entire U.S. military in a day. Like, how did you do it, Grandpa? Like, well, let me tell you about sexual dimorphism.
Yeah, seriously, if all that happened, we can have fun Metal Slug style.
And then the thing is like, once they start throwing their guns down and crying, ammo pickup. Thanks. I wanted an M4. It's like a video game at that point.
And the rocket launcher.
Yeah. You just walk around picking their guns up as they throw them down and run.
I think the average woman is not strong enough to hold or even steady a rocket launcher. At least the ones I'm thinking of.
Shogun, that is sexist. That is a patriarchal stereotype. Women are just as strong as a man, and they could do anything a man can do. So diversity is our strength. We need more women in the military, more women in the police. I want to see 100% representation. Women should frankly, I can't think of anything, a better symbol for our military and police than a woman, because women have babies, and it takes such strength to have a baby. I mean, you certainly couldn't do it in a coma. So a woman having a baby shows she's stronger than a man. So if you can have a baby, you could definitely, fight in any kind of conflict or serve and protect your community. Women are far stronger, far more resilient, frankly smarter, and superior to men in every way. So I think having an all-female police and military would make America the most respected country. And also women, I think you would find that they'd be able to de-escalate situations. Because it's not like there's statistics of female police officers shooting their gun and asking questions later because they got scared or anything. That's all propaganda. That's probably from those alt-right Nazis. So I think more diversity. Diversity is our strength. Diversity. And by diversity, I mean 100% women.
Yeah,
exactly. That is what diversity means.
Oh,
remember what Vaughn said? The woman can do everything men can do, and in heels.
Right. If you think I'm wrong, then you're sexist and you're on the wrong side of history.
Well, you know what? You're right. I'm sorry. I should retract that statement. I apologize to all of my sisters out there. Because you remember, there were lots of great World War II snipers that were in the military. They made a lot of kills. They've done it.
Actually, I think women were actually the true warriors throughout history, but men rewrote the history books and stole their valor. And I don't have anything to back that up, but I'm just going to assert it and go from there.
Oh, yeah, and remember, women actually make better pilots than men, remember? Because they handle G-force so much better, Women should be in the Air Force. I mean, they should be providing air support and everything.
I think we really need to basically force the government. Obviously, the patriarchy is holding them back. We need to basically hire only women in the police. All police jobs are barred from men. Only women in the police, only women in the military, and that's really going to turn this around. I think we're going to make a better America.